Alright, last time, let's see, you guys got back from rescuing Master Saoirse Jin. She had begun her transcription services for the Cobalt Soul. You guys put out word for a dreamer, or somebody capable of casting the dream spell, rather, in order to investigate, the concept of reincarnation. After which Arya, the bard calling herself Arya, showed up and helped you with that. You found out that Isura doesn't sleep and therefore is immune to the dream spell. Um, you guys ended up using the spell on Dylan, wherein you saw you dipped your toes a little bit into her memories and her past lives, and also explored what happened on the night of Jack's death, and confirming that Jack, being a reincarnation of the primordial dragon Valkyra, when he imparted a piece of himself to Dylan to save her life, he ended up leaving a piece of that primordial energy within her. And thanks to these rolls, a bit of retconning, because I forgot to make Brian make status checks when you guys were traveling back. Kyoki has been getting progressively more pallid and sickly.
Sounds like a job for the doctor.
Yeah, Brian, you are currently at -12 to intelligence.
Oh, shit! I think that's noticeable.
Yeah, that puts me at 8.
Oh, okay, that's like a child.
Not feel good. Class change barbarian.
And as this would be going into the morning of the next day, I will need another con save from Kyoki.
Oh, fucking hell.
Do we even need a roll to really notice this? What would now be a drastic change?
Nobody did anything to him. This is something that's been aggressively happening since you guys have been making your way back from the caves. This is just something Kristen forgot to have Brian roll for.
Oh, okay.
It's been a slow, steady decline since you traveled back. That has now gotten very noticeable.
I'm gonna be like,
So need another con save.
Aaron, Kyoki, I'll say, okay, Aaron, need help. I'll say, brain hurt and bag heavy.
It's a normal illness symptoms, so fever, disorientation, etc.
Red brown love clam chowder. Yum.
Okay. Your condition does not decline further today.
It's 13's magic number.
Ooh.
Put this to the appropriate map.
Guys, it might be in our best interest to make sure that our quartermaster can count still.
Yeah. It's fuchsia, by the way, Cap. Okay. Yes, may I make a, for once, very appropriate medicine check to diagnose?
Yeah, for once, medicine actually applies.
Cool. I want to double check to see if this gives me any other bonuses. Oh, okay. Okay, that is not the best roll. Yeah, My slightly less than average roll.
Yeah, that's slightly less than average. Yeah, that's a terrible roll. Yeah.
331. That's,
Only if you're trained in medicine.
Oh, I am going to say this.
Okay, with a 21. Um, symptoms would be consistent with any number of different, illnesses, fevers, etc. But given, going back and thinking about it, no, realizing the steady decline over the last several days, and things you encountered in that time period based on when this started, you are pretty sure he was infected with parasitic amoebas by the water weirds, those corrupted water elementals you guys fought way back in the in that under cavern that of the dwarven, the attempted dwarven stronghold.
No, no. So,
Under the circumstances, you're based on your understanding, this is the type of thing that you would need a lesser restoration or equivalent ability to remove. This is not something traditional medicine can deal with.
as with most things in D&D, yes. That's how to get you, that's how to get D&D.
I mean, I'd give you some flex, but no, this is...
Okay.
I don't think even normal antibiotics could deal with magical parasites. So
You said lesser restoration?
lesser restoration or equivalent. So like a lay on hands or something would also.
I, in fact, have lesser restoration.
Okay. On your next long rest, you will be cured.
Okay.
However, for the duration of at least today, you are still under the effects of the reduced intelligence. You also have a vulnerability to necrotic damage due to this disease that will also be removed upon your next long rest.
Okay.
Is there, this
Thank
will
you,
probably be
Spark.
alchemy, but is there any kind of, No, because that would fall under magic. Okay. Is there any kind of, I guess, medicine thing I can do from the standpoint of not curing, but, comfort?
I mean, yeah, there's things you can do to narratively ease the symptoms, but the mechanical effects would still be in play.
Okay.
It was gonna be like, so it was like, no think today, just eat and maybe sleep.
Oh. I give him an Ambien.
Hmm?
That sounds like a medicine thing. Oh, I'm sorry, pharmaceutical is alchemy. Fuck!
Actually, I think it's herbalism kit. Though some of them do fall under alchemy. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's weird. That thing is like split in some ways.
but yeah, herbalism, alchemy, and I could even see an argument for poisoners to a certain extent.
Poisoner's kit? What is poisoner's
I
kit?
do not have an. Oh, I do have an herb kit. Do I need a roll, or just the fact I know how to use one will let me do it?
What is poisoner's kill under?
In this case, since you don't have it on hand, Poisoner's Kit is a tool proficiency, so if you have. But for what you're trying to do here, yeah, I'd call for an herbalism kit check. If you have medicine, so I'd give it advantage.
Okay. What attribute?
We'll call it intelligence for this one. It's a cold, nice brisk winter morning. It's
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
yes, it's still winter. Yeah, there's still snow left over from a few days ago. It is the equivalent of January. And it is. We'll call it, shortly after breakfast. So day is yours.
Okay. And this is the same day, not the day after I did the restoration.
This is the day you did the restoration.
Okay.
So Brian is debuffed for today, but tomorrow we'll be back to normal.
Okay. Given that the
Unless you want to give
quartermaster,
us a long rest and just start tomorrow.
given that the quartermaster is out of sorts, Captain, do you want me to organize retrieval of the items underneath of the giant's abode? The all the various containers and such of items that that was down below. Do you follow what I'm talking about? Hmm. Okay. Money.
I didn't say do. Oh no, that was to me.
Oh,
I was, secretly rolling something to myself.
uh, uh, okay. I would recommend, unless you want to use the alchemist for labor, to hire um, hire a work group with carts and such. So you will have muscle and transport capacity to get back to Corvus and the ship. I would also suggest perhaps coordinating it with the Cobalt Souls um, scholarship visits, unless you want to give another shot at your diplomatic skills. Um. Hmm. Hmm. You really don't have to be my mom, Captain. Hmm. Not used to this kind of affection. It feels awkward. What have we done? What if we turn the captain into?
Okay, if Dylan is handling the arrangements, I'm going to need a charisma-based investigation and then a persuasion roll for negotiating price. And confirmation, you guys are sending them in to loot the place.
The sub
Yeah, you're
the sub level
yeah.
that the surface giants did not get
Yes,
to.
so and you're intending to loot the place with the idea of bringing stuff back and selling it.
Well, I presume we would, if there's any like useful things, we would snag them. But...
Well, in theory, the useful stuff you guys snagged when you were there the first time.
Okay.
The leftover stuff is all trade goods.
Okay. I would suggest, Captain, then that yes, we sell it to
I was just confirming what the intention
Orvis.
was here.
Can't you tell a story?
This is not G.I. Joe. No. A charisma-based investigation and a persuasion check. Yes. I will also need to know how much are you willing to pay this expedition to go out and do this for you.
Huh. I thought they would have proposed a price given the job description, but they're gonna gouge you.
Well, I mean, she's made the persuasion check is for negotiation, but I need to figure out how the quality of the people she's able to turn up. I need that idea of like a rough idea how much you're willing to spend before we start haggling.
Okay. So I guess this is more of a I'm offering this versus negotiating with a guild or something.
Well, even negotiating with the guilds, like if I'm only willing to put down this much, they'll go, okay, this tier adventure is available. There's haggle room. I just need to know where we're starting.
Sorry, I was just kind of thinking that, wouldn't they have their own rate? But okay.
What they have their own rate, but how much she is offering initially determines who she's able to turn up.
Oh no, I understand that. I'm just
Yeah.
not sure how she can determine what is a fair price.
That's why I was asking how much she is offering, and then they can give her a better. Effectively, you guys are the guys posting the job board right now, so it's like, how much are you offering to? Okay. Now I will roll a persuasion and a counter persuasion. Did you remember it's 3d6 instead of 1d20? Okay. So 3d6. Okay, we're gonna call them competence. So that many. Okay. So you've tied on the haggling. So you were not able to talk them down from your initial price. So if you are willing to mark off 100 platinum, they will go out and do this for you. Estimation, since they have to use normal travel, it's probably going to be a 10 day, so 1 week, 10 days there and back. Remember, a week in the setting is 10 days, so. So yeah, it'll take them 1 week or slash 10 days to there and back. And at 1,000 gold slash 100 platinum, however you want to phrase that, will cover caravan, people to protect the caravan, all that fancy stuff.
Yeah.
If you that's way more than enough.
See the platinum thing again?
Get you to 100 platinum. They are able to hire very experienced adventurers for that.
So let me just wait. Will the 100 platinum also cover loaders that will pay attention to fragile goods?
Yes, you're getting a very skilled professional caravan.
You can afford Deadpool and Wolverine.
Nobody can afford Wolverine. Let's see. Based on that, given the quality of people you probably attracted, they are probably that well informed, so they will be heading out, they will be combining their caravan with the Cobalt Soul caravan you guys arranged to deal with the giants. Which presumably, did you inform them about the type of threats that you had left in the cave? Because that obviously also would affect. Okay, yeah. So yeah, they will combine. They definitely will be a skilled adventuring party going with them then as guards, and they will combine their trek with because they were also probably approached by the Cobalt Soul for their education program you guys wanted them to do. So they will probably combine caravans.
Cool.
All right. So, if you are waiting for the loot to come back to you, given that they have to travel a week, in theory, the money you're putting down also includes their food expenses, because obviously they have to pick up, they're buying provisions and that kind of thing. You've paid for Oregon Trail expedition, so they are provisioning up accordingly. So you have a 10-day if you're waiting for them to get back, give or take. If you're not waiting for them to get back, then we can just proceed. While she's handling that, does anybody else have anything they want to do today before we discuss potential time skipping?
Droll.
Okay, you're not that dumb. Intelligence 8 is slightly below average. You're not.
I mean, I went from Ivy League to like 5th grade education in 8 hours.
You went from
you went there over the course of that
Kamala
5
Harris
days
to voting for Donald Trump. Like,
Oh, you said 5 days?
Yeah, that's over the course of 5 days.
Okay.
Currently, that nobody has bid for the high level wizard position you were asking about.
Okay. I would like to ask Ash if he's looked into any improvements that Corvus's artificers may be able to provide the ship. I'm aware he does his own modifications. I'm just not sure if he has looked in to see if Corvus, as the center of the Republic, has developed anything that he may find useful.
Not especially, but you guys have only actually been in town, a couple days, so you guys have been running around a lot. Is that something you would like him to do?
Since we have the time.
I'd say because anything they might do could potentially necessitate putting the ship into a yard type thing.
So I just don't know what they have, if anything, available. I'm not saying we do something. I'm saying we find out if there's anything of use that we may want to consider.
Current state of town, they probably can do just about anything that's in the nautical guide book thing.
Okay. My understanding is that Ash has done a number of those things.
Most of the ones he's done have been for reducing crew requirements and that kind of thing.
Okay.
Weapon upgrades is a type of thing they could do here if you wish to. The only real cannon upgrades you guys could do at this point is magic cannons, which you have to might show up at a magic shop, but most of that kind of thing probably would require custom order. Obviously, things like reinforcing the hull and that kind of thing, they could probably do, but depending on the severity, would require putting into a yard. Replacing the hull with a different stronger material. Again, they could do here, but would necessitate going into a yard.
Is it possible to shield the hull, for lack of a better term, a magic barrier that would overlay the hull?
That would be an enchantment type thing, which effectively like mage armoring the whole kind of thing, which
that I wish I thought of the term. That's a good way to phrase it.
Which they could probably do, but again, that would as it's an enchantment, would definitely take a long time, like any other enchantment.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I was just hoping.
I'd say it's like they can do a lot here if you're willing to invest the time.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I was just wanting to see if
and something like that definitely would be expensive.
Yeah, okay. I was just kind of wanting to see if there's anything we could kind of easily take advantage of, given that, again, we're in, quote-unquote, the most advanced city on the continent.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate that, and I'm trying to find the book so I can confirm.
Because I don't think I have the I may have the not.
I know I sent it to you, but...
Nauticalness.
Yeah, a complete guide to nautical campaigns. Yeah, so they are capable of doing tier 1 through 4 upgrades here. It's just a matter of does your ship already have them, and or do obviously some of them are.
Stores and annuities.
Like you could hire a crew here if you wanted to. So, and pretty well crewed at the moment.
Well, I do believe there's a ship mage thing. I know you already mentioned to her that it.
Yeah. Currently, Ileana is filling the role of ship mage.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay.
like there's the water shell, which is basically using water bending to give the ship shields, but again, that's an enchantment type thing that would take a while.
Yeah, I know there's not times here. Right? Just
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I would have to probably end up using the crafting time rules to figure it out. Okay, no, it's the Arcana shield. It's tier 4 upgrade is what you were talking about. While David's looking at that, does anybody else have anything they'd like to do for today?
Uh,
Not really. Did I ever get a anti-scrying thing?
Yeah, you've had that for a while.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. I couldn't remember. Then no, I can't think of anything right now.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I can't
there's
do
still
it.
the magic shop in town if you guys want to see if they have anything new, but
I don't even know what to look for at the moment.
You can see if they have some coloring books.
That sounds good. And some crayons to eat.
they'd be more likely a bookstore than a magic shop. But
Magic crayons. Crayons that actually taste like the colors.
I suppose magical crayons are plausible. I don't know if they'd be designed
Strawberry.
to be encouraged to be edible, but
The pink ones are strawberry, the red ones are cherry, orange ones are orange, green are apple. It's pretty good.
okay. So since nobody has anything they want to deal with today, are you guys deciding to sit here for the full week while for the caravan to come back? Is that the plan?
I believe the captain's with them, so
Well, no, that was not my understanding that she was going with them. That was my understanding she was hiring them.
I saw something about feeding them during work hours.
Well, feeding them during work hours is like they're in the wilderness. There's no buying meals for them. They just. I mean, I guess if she wants to go with them, she can, but I mean, she's gone for a full 10-day week.
Does
Okay. I think that already has that.
Oh.
I'd say any upgrades the ship already has is listed on the ship's stat block. Armor. No, it doesn't. I'm not seeing that. Okay. Harder attack with okay.
Because it sounds like essentially a piece of equipment that attunes to the boat.
Mm-hmm. It's a magical item, not a upgrade. Or...
Well, it's an upgrade, but it sounds like it's
Okay, so
it's more of a magical. I think it's a tier 1 upgrade.
Tier 1. Water list of aquatic charge, oak, bounce. Into a line, bigger brain, output the sick bay, water photography. There it is.
Okay.
A map once attuned to the ship and a harbor will always show its position at the harbor, written coordinates and relative distance.
Maybe that's good if we ever decide to designate something as a home base.
It is, but I think it's redundant. I'm trying to find the Seafarers table because I think it's redundant to that. I may have found that in a different book. Yeah, I probably found a different book. But... Okay. Go away, NVG. Say go away. Alright. Okay, yeah, the Seafarer's table is similar but different. So,
Yeah. Again, reading it doesn't sound like it would take very long at all.
no, that's just kind of a thing you pick up and you buy and you bring over.
Yeah.
And under the circumstances, they probably have a stockpile of those even without having to.
I would imagine that's something that the dock itself maybe has. From the standpoint of, first things that are pre-harbor synced to the trade port.
That said, default price under the circumstances, given what the city has just recently been through and everything, so stock is going to be a little lower. So there will be a 50% markup.
Okay.
If you guys are willing to handle that.
Are people willing to handle the 50% markup? So I believe that becomes 2,000.
2250.
2250.
Now, what are we getting?
It's a map that we can attune to. We can attune to a ship and a particular harbor. So there'll be a So if we designate a home port for the ship, we'll have advantages to returning to the home port, and prevent things like getting lost in storms and stuff like that if we're going back to home port.
Is it 22,000 or 2,200?
2,250 gold.
Oh, that's plenty. That's easy. All right, sure. Last thing we need is getting lost at sea.
It sounds like a useful trinket thing.
Mm-hmm.
I say we don't want to get too close to shore. Then some asshole opens a bag and then we're stuck somewhere.
Well, in theory, you don't have to worry about that because you have the cartographer's table that basically acts as a Star Wars holo tank in terms of letting you know where you are in relation to other shit within 30 miles. But
well, the secret is you simply stay awake and don't let them open the bag.
But our captain normally is asleep a lot.
Fortunately, in this case, the first mate won't open the bag.
I say if he's like, but we'll die. And like, I know. Turn around. Kip has already jumped off the ship. I'm like, okay. Thankfully we have the Great Divide, so we don't have to worry about gods coming down and fucking us up.
okay. So you have installed additional navigational equipment. Again, you
We
have
have GPS.
Yeah.
How much more equipment until we officially get a Navcom AI?
I think that's the next upgrade.
And so, yeah, the only thing you're missing is a way to get the ship to drive itself. Otherwise, you effectively have that because the map. You have a magic map on your map table that shows you everything within a 30-mile radius.
Really nice, really useful.
And now you have a GPS lock on.
We have the AI. Its name is Ash.
So, assuming you were waiting for the caravan, you have 10 days of downtime. If anybody wants to do anything special with that.
So we're still wizard, right? I say people say we're still looking for a wizard, right?
Sierra has been trying to put out job listings for a high-level wizard that is capable of doing teleportation circles. Let's see. If you guys are staying in town for the 10 days, it is going to cost you 1 gold a day in food services, food, basic living, stuff. So 10 gold so 10 gold per person for that. Sierra, it's going to cost you 20 because you have itty bit.
I would like to perform the entire time.
You can make me a performance check to try and offset that.
And I will see if there's any bags of holding. There's any bags of holding in the stores. If not, I would like to look underground to see if there's any bag of holdings.
Okay, well, the magic shop's current stock has been posted in Skype.
Right. I don't know why. Like when I saw that, I thought it said potato was climbing.
Yes, potato of climbing.
That's my performance.
Okay, with performance, you will be able to knock it down by half, so it'll cost you 5 gold instead of 10.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Voracity.
It's 1 gold per person. Yes, that is more than enough to cover the entire crew for the time period.
How many bags of holding do they have?
The amount, if they have more than one, it is listed.
Okay. Cool.
So they only have the one.
We'll buy. Let's see. I'll put down in the chat what I'm buying.
So you are buying 1 bag of holding?
Definitely a bag of holding. Bad news rifle.
I will take a look at the magic shop here in a second. Just so you were warned, I have just poured myself a sleeping potion. So that I can go to bed early tonight. Oscar. It's salted caramel flavored.
So there's a lot of cool stuff in here. I don't expect you guys to buy most of it, but it's there.
Okay. Oh wait, the 50 PP covers the whole crew, so she's covering us?
That's what she said. I will also cover the players.
She's being a mama.
I don't think 50 PP covers the players, since it's 10 per person.
No, it's 10 gold for the week, yeah. So that's 500, 50 PP is 500 gold.
Oh, sorry, PP.
It's like, who the fuck would want
I get way more excited
I
when I see a
will
PP.
buy the bag of holding for 500.
Brian already bought it. Shit.
You want? I must say, if you want to have it, I just didn't think anyone else wanted. You can have it. I was looking at a few other things too.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, you're good, huh?
Okay, I guess I'll pay you the 500. And then
Where
you can
is
give me
this?
No, I must say.
I posted it in Skype.
Yeah, you can go ahead and have it.
Alright.
I think I see a couple of things I might want.
Ooh. It just says ammunition.
Yes, they have options. They have bullets, they have crossbow bolts, they have arrows, they have sling stones.
Dun, 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 dun. +3 ammo.
Costs you 10,000 gold per group of 20.
Jesus Christ.
+3 is, max tier ammunition. That's the really good shit, yeah. As I say, prices are listed there next to the item.
Yep, yep. How much money do I have?
You guys are at that
Oh, I do
level
not
where
have
shit
that
starts
kind of
getting
money.
expensive, which is why I've been,
I do not have that kind of money.
I would think when you're not looting, you can't afford anything when you get to the shops.
See, let me see how much money I have.
Especially when
What
you're
is
at,
the bad?
especially when you're at a major city like this where they're actually selling items on your level.
Hmm?
It's like, especially when you're in a major city like this where they're actually selling magic items at your level versus lowballing you. You had a
What
question,
is a
man?
bag of what is a bag of devouring?
I am so glad you asked.
Yeah, I
It's
saw that. I was like,
It's a fun little item.
Can we pool our money and buy it?
It's where Kyoki hides the bodies. Bag of devouring. This bag resembles a bag of holding, but its orifice is actually a feeding orifice for a giant extra-dimensional creature. Whenever you put an item inside the bag, let's see, the creature attached to the bag can sense whatever is placed inside the bag. An animal, vegetable matter placed wholly in the bag is devoured and lost forever. When part of a living creature is placed in the bag, as happens when someone reaches inside it, there's a 50% chance that the creature is pulled inside of the bag. Another creature can use their action to pull you out. Inanimate objects can be stored in the bag. However, once each day, there's a chance that the object inside the bag will be swallowed. So basically, it's a booby-trapped bag of holding.
I need me one of them.
It's a fuck. What were we watching where it had the purse that liked biting people?
Oh shit!
There was a Final Fantasy Unlimited I know had one, but there was also one where it actually was like a purse.
I unfortunately do not recall.
You guys can look these things up on Roll20 yourselves too. Brooch of Shielding. While wearing this brooch, you have resistance to force damage and immune to magic missile.
Eric would have bought that.
It does require attunement, however.
The card. Let me see. Oh, I already have one of these cards. What's the term when?
Do you have attunement slots open, Sierra? Okay. Brooch of Shielding. I need to check. I think Isura might be full up on attunement too, if you're buying it for her. You've already bought her a Brooch of Shielding. Or maybe David did. Somebody did.
It's for Barco. Oh, it's not for her. It's for her lover. You know, the prince.
Yeah, it's totally for the prince.
see. I'm just looking at what I can actually afford.
I looked at the number of things there. I'm like, there's some things I would like, but not to spend that much money on.
Oh, wait, I can haggle. Silly me. I'm a bard. I don't pay regular prices at the shop.
If you're rolling to negotiate, it's a contest.
That's great.
As much as I like this stuff, I'm also not trying to go broke, isn't it? There's only one thing I see. There's only one thing I see that I want. No, but oh no, I don't. I'm not full on slots. I don't have any attuned items.
Mr. Shopkeep,
Mrs.
this ammunition you have is beautiful.
Yes, it is.
And I was wondering if you would be interested in letting it go for maybe 2,000 gold pieces per bundle of 20. Plus, I will throw in a a favor of the highest order. You can call on me anytime, and I will come and assist you with any sort of questing you need.
Ha! Get the fuck out of my shop! 2,000 gold doesn't even get you +1 ammunition, let alone +3.
Well, I would like to cast. Magic Mouth.
Cast Magic Mouth.
Wait, hold on. Is that the right one? That's not the right one, is
I'm
it?
pretty sure that's not the right one.
Gift the
Magic
gab.
Mouth lets you have
Gift
a
the
mouth
gab.
face be on the side of a
Gift the
building that
gab.
talks to people.
Hey,
Yeah, there you go. Gift a gab.
Let me freak her the fuck out.
The other one.
Okay, you have retconned that.
That'd be hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. I prefer that.
6,000 gold plus I will perform at your daughter's bar mitzvah.
Okay, we can roll to negotiate, but given that you're asking for half off, just under half off,
Half.
on
Over half.
what equates to a just under legendary item, you are
Yes, but how
definitely
much?
rolling at disadvantage.
But how many people around here can afford it? Because I only got paid 5 gold for performing for freaking 10 nights.
Well, clearly it's
So
here for
it's like-
adventurers.
I'll
Rich
say
adventurers, which you are not one.
Very rich adventurers. Like,
No,
and
honestly, at
think
y'all's
the-
level, if you'd been collecting money like the game expects you to, you'd be able to buy that shit in bulk.
Yeah. Okay,
This is this is
New
a
plan.
failing of you guys.
new plan. New plan. I would like to go gambling.
Oh, that's great.
So,
I'm gonna take the captain with me. I think the captain wants to go too.
okay. So we are spending our downtime gambling. They have provisos for this. All right.
I'm going to go look for a what do you call it? I'm going to check around and see if I can find a see. So
It's okay,
let's
Dylan.
see. Say cargo. Do you have a bag of holding?
Do I have a bag of holding? I have a seat of holding.
Sweet.
But no,
All right, then.
I don't think I have a bag of holding. No.
I'm gonna say while they're gambling, I'm gonna check some underworld contacts, see if I can find at least one bag of holding on the black market somewhere.
Okay, Brian, you can make me a charisma-based investigation. Are you doing this in the main city, or are you going to go back down to the Undercity where you guys were before?
Let's see. Um,
Given
I
your
have
character's background, you'd probably be aware that things like that are probably easier to find in the Undercity.
that's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about either going into the Undercity or paying someone to go down there for me. But I'll probably have an easier time going down there myself. So
Yeah,
I'll
so
go down there.
if you're going to the Undercity, and you have the criminal background contacts and everything, so you can roll your charisma-based investigation at advantage. And this is going to take. Are you doing this? This is what you're doing with your downtime, your 10-day.
Um, yeah, I must say the only thing on here that I would like to let's see. I'm assuming it shouldn't take me 10 days.
It's like this. I'm
might-
asking what everybody's downtime activity is. If you are looking for the black market and all that, given that you are a relatively unknown quantity here, this would take your work week, your 10-day week.
Okay, this will take my 10-day week. All right. Sure, I'll be all right.
Sierra, Fargo's gambling is going to take his 10-day week. So you either can go with Brian or you can go with Fargo. You can't go with both.
It's for the shopkeeper.
Investigation, right?
Charisma-based investigation.
Okay, it's the same. Oh, sweet, stunt points. Yay.
I will deal with you in a minute. I'm resolving the gambling first. I'm just trying to figure out who's gambling.
Point. Is this kind of exploration?
I count this as
Baron, do you want to come make
under
some
the
money?
circumstances.
I'm good.
Sure, I'll count that as exploration.
Sweet. I would like to use
You don't
stunt
have to
points.
gamble. You just have to stand behind the other people and tell me what cards they have.
I would like to use speed search to do it in half the time.
I just want to say, you're asking me to do such a thing in a city that contains an order which knows me.
Fair, fair. I'll just ask Dylan to stand behind people and stare at their cards. She can communicate with me psychically anyway. Aw, Dylan, come on, it'll be fun. We can bring Little Bit, teach her about the world. Cheating is wrong and illegal and something chaotic good people do.
She's not chaotic good, she's lawful good.
I'd say one, she's lawful good at the moment. I mean, in terms of on her character sheet, she is. But again, remember, alignment is fluid here, so she is whatever she wants to be. It's just according to her sheet, she has been behaving like a lawful good person.
Yeah.
That said, chaotic good probably only if they can, justify it for, it's like I'm cheating for a good cause, not just because I want to.
Exactly.
You're not cheating for a good cause, you're cheating because you're cheap.
But yes,
That's not a good cause, ergo not chaotic good.
I'm not chaotic good. I'm a mother.
That's straight up neutral evil because you're only out for yourself.
Pretty sure that would be chaotic neutral, but probably under the way that you do it, neutral evil maybe. But
I'm doing it how 5th edition does it. Selfishness puts you into the evil category.
already done it. Still gonna gamble.
That's it, because how 5th does good and evil is determined by whether you're selfish or selfless.
So the shopkeep is evil. Got it.
No, the shopkeep is true neutral, as most NPCs are.
No, he's selfish. He did not want to. He did not want to.
He did not want to be
bargain.
ripped off.
And it's not ripped off. This product is going to sit on his shelves for God knows how long. I don't know how often adventuring parties come through this town.
It's
Much
the
less
capital of the
adventuring
Republic.
parties with
A
that
lot.
kind of money. No. I want to go gamble. I do want to at least do it.
Okay.
I don't get a chance to flex my deception skill very often.
Okay. So for the gambling, for this will take one work. This will take your week. You need to decide ahead of time how much you are willing to spend on this.
Okay, 200 platinum.
Okay.
Actually, 200 and hold on, 250. So let's make it 300 platinum. 300
Okay.
platinum.
So you're spending 3,000 gold.
Yep.
All right. I will need you to make You have to make 3 checks: a insight, a deception, and an intimidation.
I'm good at 2 out of those 3.
If you are proficient in any of the gambling or game sets, you can substitute that proficiency, that roll, for one of the other skills.
Meaning?
So, like, if you are proficient in card games or playing cards under your tools, then you could say substitute that for the intimidation roll.
No. I wish it was. That would make sense.
So yeah, if you are not proficient in any gaming sets, then it is 1 insight, 1 deception, and 1 intimidation.
I can't even. Tell me how my dice. Hold on, I gotta take a picture of this.
Are you gambling in the main city, or are you going to go down to the seedier undercity?
Probably in the main city.
Okay.
I mean, at least there I won't get shot if I get caught for.
Okay.
doing something.
Main city.
Look
They
at how
do
my
have...
dice. Did y'all see how my dice landed?
No, we can't see your dice.
Hold on.
Main city.
I can't
They do
even
have
get
some
it.
very nice gambling houses that did survive the attack. But their anti-cheating measures are much more advanced. They have. It seems to be a variation of like the tiny hut spell that comes down over the table, so that to block off the table from the view of anybody except the players.
Okay.
Let's see. You're not a telepath, so you're not aware of that feature. So yeah, it just seems to block off. They don't let people stand around the table watching, and they kind of blocked it off from view.
I fill this up. If you want to talk to someone else for a couple minutes while I'm typing up rolls, feel free.
Okay. Kyoki, did you get your?
Yeah, roll for me. Yeah.
Did I miss a okay, you said your investigation was the same.
Yeah, it's 20.
You are able to turn up another bag of holding. But you are going to be paying back market prices. So... with markup, we are looking at cheaper than the other one.
Wait, did they upsell it to less than above ground price?
It's random.
Oh god, man, this is great. Kyoku's like, you drive a hard bargain, but I'll take it. Fucking hell. Oh, man, that worked out well.
Alrighty.
Okay. Fargo. You have 2 successes. With 2 successes, gain the amount you bet plus half again. So you put down 3,000, so you made 4,500.
Okay, so I get plus 4,500, so 150%.
Yeah. And so you get back the money you bet plus an additional 4,500.
So 450, so that knocks me down to 6,450. Okay.
So you have,
And,
you have a profit of 4,500.
Okay.
Okay. So that's covered Kyoki's week. I've covered Fargo's week. So I need Dylan and Farron's week.
Part of me wants to see if I can actually find half of the things I was looking in the store, and if it's randomly cheaper. Holy shit! I found a salvage barn.
Hey, if you can find some of that, if you can find some of that plus 3 ammunition,
Shit, it's probably 10 cents down here.
That would take another week.
I really want to know how much they're overcharging me.
Wow, leave it to fair market capitalism to overcharge people, where you can just go underground and actually get a good price. Fucking deep web.
It's one entire week.
Yeah, it's a 1 10-day. Yeah. So for like a 10-day is a work week is 2 10 days is a 2 5-day increments. So you have one. We're skipping 10 days.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I get that. Is there things I'm doing that require, work week intervals?
This would be 2 work weeks if you're doing that, because a work week is only 5 days.
Okay, in that case, okay, I will spend a work week on my book and a work week and a work week with Usara. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll actually switch that with the other. Okay. Make sure I have that correct. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna slightly adjust that. It'll be half the it'll be half the work week if you Usara 1.5 on the book to make it that. Okay, in that case, given the materials that are required for that, I have completed a completely frivolous to the plot magical item, provided I make a Clippery roll. I will explain this in a moment.
I took much food.
I do narrative things.
Just as a heads up, I do have a hard stop time of 3:30, so 9:30 y'all's time.
Okay. Yeah, that was thing I posted in Supers was incredibly frustrating. And like it's not like everything's been wiped. I just have to go back a step and completely use a different method, which is fine. Thank you.
Theory covers everybody's week. What does your pointless item do?
This item. Okay. I actually started this work a bit ago. I just put a lot of time into it. Farron was making a children's book. When I say making a children's book, I mean as a sensibly with this latest time frame to the point of being a uncommon magical item. So I'm thinking, basically just some kind of like, gimmicked, entertaining children's book. And I figured it would require a calligraphy roll to actually create.
Yeah, calligraphy for art and fancy writing and stuff.
I did spend the monies.
Okay.
Okay, what would you, what attribute would you say would be associated with that?
You're enchanting. So normally I would say your casting stat. But since you are not a
Yeah.
caster, well, you still have paladins. Yeah, you're still a caster.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wasn't sure, like, due to the nature of, what I was doing, but that wisdom makes sense. In this case, it's wisdom.
Paladin? Paladin's charisma.
Oh, charisma? Really? How am I thinking wisdom? I know I'm thinking wisdom. Because that was the monthly stuff. Okay. Which isn't anymore, but yeah, okay. Here, we, wait, Boop.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
So it is a book I will gift to her during the week. In addition to that, as mentioned before, now that I've gotten my weapons upgrade, I would like to use some of that time to both gift her and train her in the Gearlock sword.
Okay, that won't be too hard because Gearlock is just a special. It's a special type of longsword, which she's already learning. So, not a big deal there. All right. So that concludes everyone's work week, or their week time pass. The caravan will come back with the salvaged goods. They assessed its value at 5,000 gold. How trade goods work in 5e at least. That 5,000 gold value is their base value. You can sell them for 5,000 gold. You can attempt to sell them for 5,000 gold here. Given that the city is still recovering from a recent attack, you're probably not going to do better than 5,000 gold. If you take them to another major trading port, such as Saltmarsh, or another major trading city that you can think of, you might be able to get more than 5,000 on a successful haggling, i.e., persuasion contest. But base value right now is 5,000.
I'll say, when we left Saltmarsh, weren't they like struggling as well?
Saltmarsh was up and coming. And as you were told in the report that you got back when you asked about from your criminal contact and David's contact when you were asking about Captain Colley, these at this point almost 2 months since you guys left, the city has seen some major turnarounds. There's still construction going on, but the process of converting it into a trading hub for the Silken Empire is has made major progress. The city itself is still under construction, but a lot, thanks to that trade hub, the trading post that was set up there, have been a lot of ships coming and going. It is for the purposes of ocean-based trade, it is currently a major hub.
Gotcha. Okay.
And the city is growing as a result.
Sweet.
So if you want to deal with like ocean-going merchants and stuff, it is probably if Corvus had not been recently attacked, Corvus obviously would be better. But because it's been recently attacked, Saltmarsh is easily as good, if not better, if you're looking for ocean-based trade. If you're looking for land-based trade, Corvus is still better. So it depends on who you're trying to sell it to. Again, in Corvus currently you will not get a haggling roll due to the state of the city. Any other trading port, if you look at the map, you see any other city that you might want to stop at to try, you can probably get a actual negotiation roll because there will be actual ships coming and going that have more liquid cash. But if you are perfectly happy with just the baseline 5,000, you can sell it here.
Okay. Let's hold on to it.
Okay.
These people are for.
Anything else anybody else wants to do? Like before we
If we had 10 more days, I'd go down there and see if I could find anything else.
Let's just take a 20-day time skip.
I mean, you do have control over your own timeline at this moment. You are between adventures.
I'm down for another 10-day time skip.
I'll go ahead. You just try to make more money. The crate, $5,000. See, see. Not consumables, items, the materials. Here it is. 5,000 GP worth of Tradable.
5,000.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
5,000 gold, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
5,000
so
gold.
5,000 gold for tradable items.
I'd say it's like
And
silks, but silks, like fine, like art, that kind of thing.
okay. Can we
There are
haggle
some
for
very
more?
nice chairs attached to their legs.
Okay. Cool. All right. I've added it to the loot crate. All right, we'll come back to the boat. My handy dandy new bag of holding.
We have tripled our bags of hold.
It's about time.
Did they happen to have two?
No, unfortunately. Okay.
So we just need to get Fargo and we'll be good to go.
1 week down. Anybody else have anything they want to do?
Nope.
Okay. So
Oh wait.
I can take Ari off the boat because she will not have stuck around for a week.
So you said it took all the time that we had. Shit.
Well, you took all the
Actually,
time
no.
for that 1 week. If you want to take another week, you can, but you have burned the 1 week.
No, never mind. We can. You also said this place doesn't have any money, so we'll just sell it later. All right.
I said they don't have an excess of money because they are recovering. And I was like, the shops are open. Shops are open. People are trading. It's just, they are not the major bustling hub they were.
That's what I meant. I was like, we can't make a profit.
You cannot make a large profit here. As I,
Yeah,
we are
so
1
we'll
month at
just
this
hold
point.
it.
We are 1 month removed from the Witchfire trilogy, so we are.
Okay.
So you've taken your week. You've done your stuff. Unless anybody wants to revisit the magic shop or anything, what do you want to do now? You got the report on Kali, and the trading post down there. Arya did clue you into a rumor of a dragon down there. Captain's advocating dragon hunting, apparently.
Of course.
Dragon sound okay?
You've done a dungeon, now you want to do a dragon?
Anything that keeps us from the Underdark, I'm more than happy to do it.
Okay. If that is the case, we will need a navigation check from our course setting person. And David and I need to, switch our logins.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, I'm Navigator. All right.
Yep. So this would be cartographer tools or survival.
Okay. Now, what is cartographer tools under?
In this case, I will put it
wisdom?
under wisdom or intelligence, your choice. And obviously, it's been, given how long it's been, your debuff has been.
Yo.
No proficiency bonus, right? Just
If you are proficient, then you can add proficiency. If you're not proficient, then no, then don't.
okay. So having the let's see, yeah.
If you are proficient in either survival or cartographer's or navigator's tools, then you may use
Okay.
proficiency.
I'm proficient in.
Yes, I believe you.
Okay.
I believe you're proficient in one of them. That's why they gave you the job.
For some reason, it's not listed on my proficiency. Hold on. Let me check. Make sure it's just. Yeah, it's a cartographer. Yeah, proficiency in cartography tools.
So you forgot to write it down in your proficiency box.
Yeah, it's in my list of feats. It's just not in my.
Again, you forgot to add it to your
box.
proficiency box. You forgot to add it to your proficiency box.
Oh, 1 second. Shit. No.
I mean, it's impossible to have the tools without the proficiency.
Well, yeah, but again, he was given the job because he, as far as I knew, he was given the job because he was proficient,
That's as far as I know as well.
and apparently he is proficient. He just, again, he took the feat that made him proficient, but didn't actually note on his sheet that he was proficient.
There we go. Sailing the seven seas. Jesus, fuck. Why did you all like that last night? I knew it was going to pay me back.
Okay, thankfully you are traveling a well-established route, so.
And we do have the thing.
Well, you haven't
going
attuned it to
anywhere?
you haven't attuned it to a place yet.
Okay. Can we, Must can we attune it to Corvus before we leave so we can know how to get back?
Yeah. Am I right? Look, it's on your ship's stat block, so double check. But I think I know you can attune it to Corvus. I don't know if you could attune it to Saltmarsh without being in Saltmarsh. I don't know if you have to actually be in the city to attune it to the city, or whether you can just set a destination.
It says attune to the ship and the harbor.
Okay, so yeah.
That's how it's phrased.
So yeah, you can attune it to Corvus because you're in Corvus.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I
And
phrased it
can only
as it's good. It'll be good if we designate a home base.
Yeah.
Let's see. Once attuned to a ship in the harbor. And we can only attune to one place as
Yeah.
okay.
How far are they getting?
Okay.
I'm not sure where you were putting your.
Silken March.
Yeah. Say salt.
Yeah.
That's why I wasn't sure how close they were getting.
So where are we headed?
Apparently back to Saltmarsh.
Okay, I mean that makes sense.
I'm just trying to chart how many days of travel you got, before David's adventure kicks in. That's it.
Anybody want to gamble? Hey, a little bit. Got some skills I want to teach you.
Technically, it's going to be near the.
Okay, put it up
Yeah,
there.
it's going to be near the mountain range because it's supposed to be near. Silken
I actually would like to teach a little bit some very simple sleight of hand tricks.
Okay, 1 second.
While we're on the boat.
Alright, that's 2,500 miles.
As her fun uncle.
2522 divided by 156. Oops. 16 days of travel.
Wow, that was going to be longer than that. I remember it was a month to get somewhere one time.
Well, the ship has gotten faster since the last time you did this, and also you ran into a bunch of obstacles last time that slowed you down. So this would be day 17. You're almost all the way through the equivalent of February. Okay, itty bit sleight of hand. Okay. She's learning sleight of hand and gambling.
Not necessarily gambling. Like actual sleight of hand things that she could do if she was ever captured.
Okay,
like,
that
to get herself out.
Okay, that kind of thing.
Yeah, like how to keep a hairpin in her hair in case she needs to pick her handcuffs.
Well, she can demonstrate that she already knows how to pick handcuffs.
Oh wow,
She is proficient in thieves' tools right now.
that's impressive. How did you learn that?
Mama.
Oh, that tracks. Would you like to play a joke on Mama?
Okay.
I'm trying to think of a good one now. I can't think of one.
We can say you play one.
Okay.
We don't have to go into huge detail.
Teaching her how to fake her own death.
Wow.
Is he actually doing that one?
Well, Sierra doesn't seem to be present, so we won't do that one.
There she is.
Okay. But yeah, no. Just teaching her general escaping and making her better at stuff.
Yeah.
Also teaching her how to lie not Kami, sorry. If Dylan hasn't already taught her how to lie.
No, she does not have proficiency in deception at this point.
Huh.
Yeah. I'm gonna teach her how to lie.
Man, she's gonna be lying to everyone. If there's crying wolf, man, we know who to look at.
I mean, upside currently, you're probably not going to fall for it. She only has, since she's not proficient, she has a +2 charisma, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's on principle. That's not because she actually made the skill roll.
Yeah. Go tell Dylan that Kyoki fell off the boat. Remember what I taught you. We need to get her friends.
Was it about friends? She has friends.
I recommend that we kidnap more children.
Apparently the crew
No.
doesn't know.
Hmm?
"17 days later."
Does anyone want to look in the ocean and see if there's any more kids for kids to pick up?
I mean, we can just run a net out and see what we catch.
Hmm. I'm pretty sure I can. I'm pretty sure I can find some orphan slaves for sale.
In the middle of the ocean?
I think
Yeah,
you
I mean,
need
like,
that at the end of that.
to the drop, we
No.
got surprised how many abandoned children there are around there. People kind of say it's a scowl. I mean, to be fair, I was adopted. And I turned out swell.
Hmm.
Okay. Have we officially switched at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's now 3:30.
I
do
believe that was your hard
apologize.
cut off, yeah?
That was my hard cut off. So have a good night, guys.
Yep. Good night. At least you were productive.
Good night.
You're safe, man. Best of luck at work.
Good luck with the work. Okay.
So as per Tristan, we rob everyone from here on out.
Uh, now, if everyone on stream, we're we apparently have been berated for playing nice people and not looting everything.
I mean, that's an interpretation. That's not what I said at all.
I know. It is a joke.
It's okay. I must say, if I've learned anything, stealing from the poor, being racist, and I'm about to say, and cripplingly harming people who I deem to be inferior to me, lawful good. So,
Life lessons by Wizards of the Coast.
I'll say. So, I must
Mainly by
say,
fantasy play games.
Which you're
Also,
using in
no.
Wizards of the Coast.
So, I must say, so killing people and absconding with their personal valuables, I shouldn't drop for that.
Okay, who was manning the crow's nest?
Ideally, someone who can actually see.
Probably Ash, since he's got the spyglass in his helmet.
Dylan was asking if she could, but
Yeah,
I guess-
Dylan wants to. Yeah, we have. Dylan's free.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Not gonna fight her on it.
As I recall, there is a spyglass in the crow's nest.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, can I get a be cramped in the crow's nest? Can I get a perception roll as you are keeping apprised of land distances and other things in the ocean and just unusual happenings that could possibly affect you or your boat or your stomach? Do you have no modifier?
I can't do
Cool.
that.
Because you're using the spyglass, can you roll again because there's an advantage? Cool. Okay. Looking around. You'll see off the. Do you want me to use nautical terms or just left and right?
It'd be funny if you're using nautical terms, but I'm fine with either.
Okay, because I was. Okay. Because I was about to speak nautical there for a second. Okay. Off the left of the ship, aside from a regular red ocean,
As I say, C word, but
um, you'll see a few longer ranged fishing ships, like the large ones that like cast nets and get groups of fish. Which isn't that unexpected given given that you're on the path to the salty marsh. Looking around and doing some more observing, you will notice something. Excuse me. Near happening on the I keep wanting to pronounce the Q. Kenya?
Kenya.
Kenya?
The Q sounds like a K in this case.
Okay. The Kenya mountain range.
So you actually mean ship right.
Oh, okay. Well, she first noticed something off seaward. Now she's looking around.
Now she's looking the other way.
And
Right.
now she's looking the other way.
All right.
As you continue looking around, you'll notice something of note in the Kenya mountain range, specifically in this area. Which, as you can see on the map, there are waterways that lead to that area. But it's something that you had not not noticed before. Probably because there wasn't anything interesting happening over there or noteworthy until now. You'll notice a large contingent of maybe giants or giant-esque things. You'll need a nature roll to precisely pinpoint what it is you're looking at. But anyway. If you're not going to be rolling nature, I'll just describe them as giant beings with some smaller giant beings.
No, not more giants.
Moving along the mountain range, they are not moving as a regular. Okay, I will be able to tell you what they are. They are frost trolls.
Frost trolls? Okay.
Frost trolls. But they're moving in a what you would find an unusual way, as trolls and other simpler creatures, when moving in groups, would be moving as kind of a unorganized gaggle, like any disorganized common folk just moving in a direction as a general group would. Yes, frost trolls.
I don't know. The idea of the word unorganized gaggle just sounds fucking hilarious.
These trolls appear to be organized. Not just that, they appear to be, from what you have seen, given my understanding of some of your past and travels, they are moving in a march, which is unusually organized for them. If they're something like that, they have either been especially trained, or there is something or someone else with them that is fostering and maintaining this level of organization. If there is someone amongst them, the spyglass isn't seeing them, which is entirely possible if there are large bodies just obscuring things. But they appear to definitely be heading in the in that direction. Excuse me. Looking if you're kind of focusing on that and kind of trying to determine what's going on, can you make me an investigation roll at advantage? You just like rolling 16, don't you? I mean, it's not a bad number. I'm just noticing that the 16s have been popping from me. They would, given the distance, they would need some sort of magnification to get any detail. But they could roll to see if they notice like signs of movement on the faraway mountains.
This guy goes over the rail, like a thing flips down.
Okay. Steampunk rangefinder.
I think the fin comes out of the jeweler's lenses, kind of like Percy's scope. It's like series of different lenses until he gets the right zoom.
Okay. Folks can make a perception roll since if they want to try to discern things. Ash, since using your extendoscope, you'll get different details.
It was at that moment, Trisha remembered, oh right, I'm a player now, I need to go get my dice.
Ah shit, I can roll things again. Okay. While other people are looking, I can resolve that investigation roll for you. So kind of looking around, going across the map pass, you notice something that you have not noticed before. Maybe it was the angle of that ship's sail. Maybe it is the fact that it just hasn't been perceived before, or perhaps more pertinent as to now. Yes, it's using the scope. But more pertinent to now, due to your personal history. Kyoki, with that 15, you'll be able to see the larger giants versus the smaller giants by way of tiny figures in the distance moving. Ash, with your magnifying system, you will be able to see the giant-like beings. A nature roll if you want to identify them. But going back to that investigation goal, there is something in the direction that the trolls are marching for that is a part of the mountains, at least that part of the range. You notice the telltale signs of artificial sculpting. When I say artificial sculpting, I'm using it in the place of man-made. This isn't natural. It's clearly been sculpted, but it's more like it's striking you as more like refining the nature that is already there and architecture that is designed to blend in to the mountainscape. This architecture is something you recognize. It is dwarven architecture. that of a given the scope that you're seeing, city um, built into a mountainside, or in this case, some of it exists outside the mountainside, but clearly, it goes into it. Lord of the Rings-esque in terms of blending in to the mountainside. But you have extensive experience with dwarves, if I recall correctly. And it appears to you this large group of marching frost giants is heading in that direction. When I say large group, I mean these numbers would constitute a combat force. In terms of quantity.
So you said see them heading towards the
you see
the
Kyoki,
giant's head.
Kyoki sees these large figures moving against the mountains in the distance. Unless you have a spyglass, you wouldn't be able to identify them anymore as anything more than giants, just because you can discern that there are figures moving in the distance against the mountains.
Okay, that works.
Continue using object of attention.
Give me a +1. I need to do all photo rolls pertaining to assessing this situation.
With the 18, yeah, you'll be able to notice the.
It's like I noticed the frost giants, or frost trolls, or whatever. It's like, and then you mentioned what you probably mentioned about that looks like a combat force. So that's I told the insight to go. That looks like a combat force.
Yeah. For Ash, given the fact that they are being made to march, and their numbers, you will notice that some of them look armed, though their weapons are kind of obscured by scraps of cloth and things like you'll notice a hilt versus the blade kind of thing.
But this is I mean, obviously you said it looks like a trained mercenary company or some equivalent analog, whatever you want to call it, on the march.
Yes.
Do they look like they're on the march to be ready to position to attack the Dwarven stronghold, or is this just a mercenary company that is we're a trained mercenary company, we just happen to be on the way to the Dwarven stronghold because either that's where our job is or whatever? Are they marching with seemingly hostile intent, or are they just marching?
Your instigation is picking up aggression. Not necessarily vile hate, but aggression, as if they had been riled up to perform this act. So it's clear that to you anyway, that the intent is a hostile one to now whether it's to slay everyone or just destroy all the buildings.
They are we don't know whether how hostile they are, but I can tell that they are moving to attack the Dwarven enclave.
Yes.
Okay, I will shout that up. Shout that for the deck. It's like, it looks like they're hostile. I think they're about to attack the dwarves.
Well, we can't have that. Thankfully, our captain is very good at slaughtering giants. We'll be good at this.
You know what else is good at annoying giants, and then we can do while getting into range.
Shooting them with the cannons.
Yep, Mr. T, we get to take the caps off the cannons.
Okay.
I must have been dreaming. Did I hear we get to take the caps off the cannons?
Aye.
Ha!
First day on the job, you get to shoot things.
Now, lucky for the GM, I think, under the situation, it sounds like we probably only fire the forward guns, so we only have 2 cannons that can hit them. But because I'm assuming they're way out of broadside range, and if we're having to sail downriver to get to them, that definitely would only be the front gun.
Yeah, because you're having to sail down the river if you're wanting to get in any kind of range.
So this is a soften them up or explain why there's only however many you put on the map when we get to the map situation. But the players get to play with cannons, so that's fun.
All right. I'm assuming, yeah. So the captain must say, I guess we're doing a fire at will.
The token isn't mapped to the Sea Ghost. Interesting.
No, that particular token, I just used to show your place on the map. It doesn't,
Oh, okay.
that's not, that was not intended to be a combat token.
So we're firing the ship's cannons at ogres, or was it giants? Or is it actually ice
giants?
Frost giants. Frost giants, from what I can tell, we're firing the ship's cannons at them while we get closer to them because they're about to attack dwarves.
No, apparently frost trolls.
Frost trolls. Okay.
Either way.
Frost troll.
Yeah.
Big bad, must say big bad, dumb, evil people.
And so even if we don't actually hit them, it'll get their attention and maybe they'll back off.
Yeah. And we're about to shoot at them, and in the hopes of either hitting them or scaring them off.
Yeah. We determined the frost trolls are about to attack a dwarven city that is built into the mountainside. So, assuming Kyoki doesn't fuck up turning the ship, we are bringing the ship into so we can go help the dwarves. And while we are closing the distance, we figured we could pummel them with the cannons a little bit to soften them up before we get there. It'll either soften them up or maybe get them to run away, because, well, cannons. You want to come down here and help with the cannons, or are you just going to keep yelling at us from the crow's nest? Cool. I hope you have featherfall or something. That's going to hurt. I've never been in this situation. How do you catch somebody who has decided to jump off the crow's nest?
I would say, provided that you're not having to rush to them. Actually, no, which kind of that? I'd say an athletics roll. Because that would also double as, kind of trying to brace against the fall.
Okay, the average height of a crow's nest. Okay, so at least according to a quick Google search, that'd be about a 60-foot drop. And I have to make an athletics check. I don't know if if that's going to arrest your fall entirely or not. Well, good thing there's no such thing as automatic failure.
How much damage do the cannons have? I'm not seeing that list here.
Up there under stores, we have 1,000 rounds.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so you're effectively not going to be really running out of ammo.
I'm going to... That was pretty cool. That's fair.
$21. Okay. However, it's a D6 every 10 feet.
Mm-hmm. So in theory, 66. I don't know if she gets resistance because I caught her, or half fall, or what.
Okay. Okay, given your roll, um, and that's just fine. If you'd like, given your bracing and everything, you can try to absorb this 8.
I will try to do this, because...
Like I said, so I mean, take it. I know you have
Yeah.
like damage mitigation.
Well, I have to spend a mana point to activate that, so... yeah, I will take the 8.
Okay.
Somebody catch me.
Ow. No, that's how much damage I take.
Yeah, because he has the option to like catch you and kind of absorb the momentum.
Like, oof. Okay. Put her in.
Given that I'm treating this more as strain than actual damage, it will heal within the hour, provided you're not like in combat or running laps. Or
It's temporary damage.
yeah. Which I don't. I know there's temp HP. I don't think there's been temp damage.
At least not officially.
Okay. Okay. I will need a navigation roll to navigate navigate the.
Navigation, not ship piloting.
Sorry. Yeah, ship piloting.
So, proficiency C vehicles. Wasn't Farron? Was Farron the
Which I
helmet?
do not have.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I said I don't.
Oh, I
have
think
land
Farron did.
vehicles.
Didn't he? Somebody had actually did have proficiency in
Farron.
in the sea vehicles.
Yeah, Farron does.
Okay, so I guess Farron.
Actually, 263. Trish, for you, you literally just like divide. How are you doing the time divisors for travel?
I was, I moved the ship for however many miles it needed to move, and then divided that by I think the ship travels 65.
Oh. Okay. Okay. It'll take you some time to get within range, but that is not a problem.
Yeah, because we have a range of 2,400, so that takes a minute.
Okay, if he's doing the element. Right, 36, 36. Okay. I saw that, I go, there's a 1. Okay. Okay, there is, okay. The navigation is a bit rough. You do lose some time, but not enough. Not enough to have the troll forces get within within combat range. Okay. But for the cannons, who is firing them?
I got
What skill?
Hmm?
Sorry.
What?
What skill does that take?
the cannon has its own skill.
Okay, that's right. Sea Ghost, coast to coast. Let's see.
Yeah, looks like the captain is.
So we have two cannons that are facing in the right direction. So Sierra's got one.
So go the
Plus
other.
6 weapons. Does anyone have ranged weapons?
I have ranged weapons. The cannon itself is our longest ranged weapon.
No, I'm saying I was like ranged weapon attack.
Well, yeah, if you are firing the cannon, you get plus it is your dice roll plus 3 plus 6.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought like okay. I thought it was like if you had like proficiency ranged weapons or
No,
anything
no, no,
like
no.
that.
Just anybody can use the cannon. It has a plus 6 to hit.
All right. I almost feel better with you trying it, but sure, I'll try.
That's either one of us is we have two cannons. So
I'll take a shot.
all right.
Okay.
If you don't like it, we can switch.
All right. Kill people like, this is weird. I'm not used to killing people who I'm not looking in the eye.
I mean, they're 2,400 feet away.
Okay. Now, what is your target with the cannon, respectively, for Kyoki and Dylan? Is it to fire directly upon the organized troll forces, or the terrain around them, or is there a particular goal here for the target?
I'm gonna see what the captain says. If the captain doesn't say anything, then goal is to hit him. All right.
Well, there's okay.
All right, cool. So that's her goal. My goal is to hit at least one of them to prove them that we're serious.
Something to a fire. Okay. Well, just so you know, I mean, you're firing from the river up into the mountains to give you. So there is a good amount of distance here.
We also get to add crew quality, which is currently 4.
Okay, I was already treating that. Okay.
Well, the ship's crew quality is currently listed at 4.
Hmm.
And there's the under the bosun, I can give the fire order, which allows us to add crew quality to the attack roll.
Okay, gotcha.
So since they are actually doing the attacking, I'm going to use my action to give a bosun order to add, so they are now rolling 3d6 plus 10 to hit.
Okay. Due to the fact that you guys are firing at extreme range, you are rolling a disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I don't think there's any magical thing to counter that.
Oh,
I mean, there are I think it's the mana cannons that just don't have that, first range band. They just have the long range band.
Yeah, but
So they don't roll at disadvantage, but
yeah. Okay.
I'll say, if David remembers, this will not be my first time shooting something on the other side of a mountain.
yes! 3d6 plus 10, folks. And remember, stunt points are a thing.
See if I can do it. You said at disadvantage, right?
Yeah, disadvantage due to long range.
Okay. It's not a boat anchor, but it'll do. Let's go.
Okay. Given that, for those that did have spyglasses, some were wearing actual giant-sized plate. Not all of them, but there were some that were distinctive in the fact that they had that.
Probably stole it.
So some giant size plate mill. Okay.
I say just stole plate, pieced it together, made it giant size.
Okay, so they are aiming and firing. We've got the hydraulics to help, so it moves itself back and forth. So it only requires 2 people to fire due to the upgrades I've done to the ship. I figure
Mr. You can help with loading.
Yeah, Mr. T and I will handle loading the cannons, and I'll put 8-bit on charge of handing us the canisters so we can put in the move.
Oh, okay.
Because we have breech loader cannons to explain how they load so fast. So they now look like little coffee mug things that you put into the breech and then close them. Because that's how breech loading cannons work. And,
Yeah, melting.
something safe she
This
can
is
do.
good. This is good. Help mommy. I'll say help mommy. I'll say go over there and make sure that you help mommy. Try to distract the big bad people from attacking the little good people.
The little big people.
I said the little good people. One thing that you'll learn is the larger they are, chances are the more evil they are. Except for fairies. Fairies are jerks.
Okay.
You want to try to befriend people who are roughly medium-sized creatures.
Not small creatures, huh?
Small creatures are normally jerks.
So dwarves, halflings, gnomes, all jerks.
I mean,
Fuck Kenders. I agree on Kenders.
I can be an ass.
I'm the same. I'm like, I've never seen a happy dwarf.
Obviously, never seen a drunk dwarf.
I'll say dwarves are assholes. Halflings are thieves. Hobbits eat all your food.
Hobbits and halflings are the same thing.
I don't know, I think I consider halflings. I'm like, you become a halfling when you start doing all the mischievous shit. It's like you're a hobbit. You stay at home.
So a hobbit is just a neat halfling.
Yes. Hobbits stay at home and just eat 12 meals a day.
Boom, boom. As the cannons fire.
I think we're going to take the shrink wrap off before we fired. I think we're going to take the shrink wrap off the cannon before we fired. I think that was new in box, so we just fired the box.
Bunch of fucking styrofoam peanuts come flying out the God damn it, Wish.
As in the distance, you will see impacts.
Anything else that should alert the dwarves are coming. Like, who the fuck is firing cannons? Oh god, there's trolls outside!
Can you roll the cannon damage? The cannon damage of the
8d10.
cannons.
So that's 8d10.
I'm on all 10s. That's I almost wrote 8d100.
That's the proton cannon. We don't have that.
I think I rolled doubles, and I stuck points on my damage.
Stop. That damage.
And she did too.
She rolled doubles and triples.
Yeah, there we go.
She got fucking Yahtzee.
Okay.
As with Anima, this will be the only time we ever actually use the cannons watch.
We don't have that many sea battles. Technically, this isn't even a sea battle. This is a land and
I say this is just a bombardment.
Okay.
I need to fix that. I need to actually put a couple sea battles in here.
Um.
This is, a bunch of, I bunch of orcs, ogres, or whatever, just running around on land, having a picnic, and getting shot at.
There's a plume of from this distance what looks like dust, but really a part of the mountain has been blasted, so rocks and particulates fall, and I presume the captain doesn't want to hurt anyone, so along their path. Kyoki, you given the distance, one of the specks in the distance, is thrown out of the marching order. Um,
Pretty sure he's alive.
Just so the player is aware, the person you hit is actually still up, but they are hurt.
Okay. What's the thing?
Because trolls are beefy.
I'm gonna look over at Dylan and just see that she hit the area around them. It's like, you missed. How did you miss? It was 10 feet in front of you. I can see, like, at the end of the campaign, we're gonna run into, like, the head orc, and Dylan's gonna take off her hood and it's gonna be like, the soldier from the mountains, and just start beating the shit out of her. It's like, do we have any fireworks so that we can deal with the end boss of this mission? I need to check let me check the loot crate. See if we have any fireworks. I don't think we do. But next town we go to, we need to buy fireworks so that we can deal with D&D Huns. Magic missile counts as fireworks, right?
No.
Oh. High level casting of magic missile count as. We have flask of oils, coils of rope, torches, boots of striding and springing. Oh, okay. You can normally have how many items a tune? 3 or 2?
Default is 3.
Yeah, well, usually it's two.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's try to. No, they're 2,000-ish feet away. Because you're having to angle and fire up along the mountain pass that they're using.
Yeah, that's why we're using the cannons, because they have the longest range of anything we can do right now. Okay, I need to mark off 2 shots.
They are significantly farther than 100 feet.
Yeah.
If you mean fireball, then.
Croak the play, sea balls. Keep firing, assholes!
All right. This one, since we hit them, I'll say hopefully they take that seriously, and now I'm just going to fire around them. Similar to the cabin. I just want to hit at least one person.
Okay. And you did successfully strike.
Let's see. So we roll again to hit, or are we just going to keep firing until they turn around and come back at us?
I presume you keep rolling to hit and damage.
Well, they are now having a chance to kind of react to what's going on.
Hey, what? They don't get a turn? What are you talking?
As they are kind of
Their turn
confused. They look. They kind of look around. Something among the group gets their attention because I presume someone is. Well, actually, is anyone looking with the spyglass?
Ash, helmet.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like something has caught their attention after they were looking around. Mainly, the smarter ones were looking like towards where the initial booms from the cannons came from. But then something else, kind of internally, catches their attention.
Ileana, could you turn on the fog machine so that we can look badass?
Sure, didn't the ship have fog machines?
Well, the guy was using his ship mage powers to make fog, but
Oh, okay.
And I thought we had like fog machines or something.
no.
Shit, we need to get built-in fog machines. We need to get some dry ice and some seawater to come in here and just.
Okay.
Does dry ice exist in D&D?
Probably have some kind of alchemical equivalent or something.
Okay, and we have alchemists here. Awesome.
I'll say, yeah, you have people on board that could probably, do it.
All right, 20 to hit. So 20 hit last time. I'm gonna assume 20 will hit the mountain around them as well.
Okay. Are you trying to hit like rocks so it falls on them, or are you trying to block their path?
Basically, yeah, trying to make them feel like they can't go any farther forward, and they've got to, back the hell up. Basically trying to impede their forward progress, but not too much to where we can't go up there.
Well, they're kind of going around. You have a river path that'll lead you to.
Roll again. Roll another attack, Sierra, at disadvantage.
(3d6 plus 10).
Okay.
Appears that the captain's a pretty good shot. Mm-hmm. Looks like Mr. T's worth every dime.
No, and here I thought you didn't like me.
Oh. I'll say it was like not to be mean, but you're growing on me. What do you need, Hopper? What do you need, boy? Boy. No growling, no whining.
There we go. Oh, well, damn. I thought I was going to be clever for a second.
What, you want those snowballs at us?
No, I was going to use wind wall to try to defend against your cannonballs, but
Wait, these bastards.
cannons count as siege engines, and therefore will pass right through.
But we have wind. How come their high velocity iron balls are going through? It's good to know. All we need to do in order to deal with pesky, all we need to do when we're dealing with like pesky mages is roll around a cannon with us when we go on adventures. He's like, I cast wind ball, I cast cannonball.
Okay. Cool. That's fine. You're just gonna have to expend super amounts of stuff. Um. So okay, and again at this point you're shooting cannons to prevent them from progressing. Okay.
Yes.
The dots of the distance will shift some as your new cannon shots cause more debris in front of them to fall. There'll be a little shifting of the dots.
Yeah, we're moving. We're closing. It's just it takes time.
Ash. Well, yeah, you're moving closer, but you're restricted by where they are and the river.
Yeah.
So you can't go straight towards them. You can follow the river that will eventually lead to where they're going, but you can't just pull up to them because they're like high up on the mountain,
Mm-hmm.
and you're doing like long range bombardment shots. Ash, with your spyglass, with their slight shifting, you will see what effectively looks like a armored armored carriage.
Okay.
So they keep the queen.
This carriage is not giant sized.
Okay.
It looks like it's scaled for more of a regular sized humanoid.
Interesting.
After a few moments, and the interior does look dark. But after a few moments, the cliffside that they're kind of moving across, suddenly grows and shoots out, forming a earth wall, 120 feet across their line, to act as a shield against direct fire.
Okay.
Are these bastards actually trying to not die?
That would be the indication.
I don't think I appreciate this.
Hmm.
I thought they were supposed to be dumb.
Yeah, at the moment, you guys have done some sizable rubble in front of them. Things that they will have to clear to pass. Are you wanting to continue your bombardment since you have caused some obstruction already?
I mean, we're still moving, so yes.
Okay.
May as well keep this, man.
So my understanding is what you guys are doing at the moment is shooting this portion of the Kenyan Mountains to basically destroy pathing that they could use to get to their destination.
At this point, I'm start shooting the earth wall. Because
Okay.
fuck their magic. Stupid people don't get access to magic.
Okay, Captain, are you then firing for obstruction versus versus shooting at them?
Sierra?
Yeah.
Are you firing at them, or are you going to keep trying to fire to block the road? Okay.
Okay. In which case, since they're completely covered by an earth wall at the moment, you can fire at the earth wall.
All right. The pain kicking back in.
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
What was that? Kicking them back in?
Pain kicking back in.
Oh, okay. Oh, not a problem. Not a problem, Captain. Okay. Those both strike the earth walls. Are you firing at the same section of earth wall, or are you firing at different sections of earth wall?
You said
Yes, but an earth wall was brought up between you and them.
So yeah, they put some dirt, they put a earth bend of a shield in the way, so you're trying to shoot through it, or yeah.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, are you two focus firing at the same section, or are you splitting to attack different sections of the wall?
Focus fire.
Okay. In which case, both of your rolls, even with disadvantage, hit, because the AC of the earth wall is 15. So please roll your damages. As you're like reloading and just constantly firing. Okay. And okay, there are cracks all along that section of earth wall. Tiny bits of holes, like specks that Ash can see as you very nearly penetrated.
So next shot should get through them.
Yeah, next shot should get through. So feel free to roll again, since it does not appear that they are doing any kind of return fire, because they're just as obscured from you as you are to them.
Mm-hmm. I rolled 20 and 21 again, I swear to God. I want the 16.
Okay, Your shots almost hit at an odd angle, but fortunately, hitting the weakened portion is a bit easier. Feel free to roll damage one more time, as you will very likely smash through that section, causing it to crumble. Okay. 8 damage. Okay, with these shots, the section of the earth wall falls apart. A few of the larger and smaller specks fall off. Ash, you'll be able to see that a few of the giants and quote-unquote smaller giants kind of lost their balance from the cannonballs shooting through the earth wall as it clipped them, caused them to lose their balance, and they fall and tumble from the mountainside. You will get the sense that the armored darkened carriage is glaring at not you in particular, but the ship avoiding the bombardment.
Good to see you, and then just be like, who's this motherfucker?
There, it's oh, you don't have those. That was me. That was listed. Because I need to get a range with that. I still find it funny that some lists are monsters. Really? Son of a bitch. Fine. That cannot reach you.
Nope.
Perfectly fine.
I don't know what it is, but it probably can't reach us.
Perfectly fine. I was hoping a ballista could reach you.
No, I'm pretty sure we outrange a ballista. I don't know by how much, but I do believe we outrange a ballista.
What? A ballista?
By over 1,000 feet.
Oh, shit.
The max range is 480.
Well, then.
There you go.
So I'm like, what? Like, why do they have a ballista?
Because, they're giants, and to them, a ballista is just a heavy crossbow.
And it did look like they were coming to siege the dwarves, so I guess they came prepared.
Take him with the captain. I think we should take it.
Okay. Are the cannons below deck? Because I know you have
No,
the side
they're
deck
on the top deck. They're on the main deck.
on the main deck. Okay.
Oh well. The forward cannons are in that little room that's on the front of the ship. On the main deck. That room that's right behind the hot tub.
Okay. Okay. So
So yeah, the forward cannons are in that room, which is this area.
it's under there.
Yeah,
So
because the deck goes up there,
right.
so it's level with the main deck, but that's technically a raised area, and they're in that room.
Okay, that's what I was wondering because I know some ships have them in their little kind of cubby things. Others have them on deck.
The forward guns are in the main cubby thing. The side gun, the broadsides are on the main deck.
Okay,
And the tail gun is on the main deck.
gotcha.
Just the front cannons happen to be in that little room.
Not a problem.
So, in theory, we have like about 3/4 cover if they try to return fire.
The the ship. Suddenly rocks. You do not see a fireball or anything. However, you do hear muffled shouting from blah, 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 from Farron and creaking from up above.
Everything okay?
Sounds like they're doing a thing.
I have changed the map.
I don't like things.
Oh, change it to the sea now.
If they can't extend the range to you, they will make the range come to them.
I guess that works.
There will you guys will eventually be able to make out past the muffling as one of the closer crew is able to kind of hear through the grate and then go and yell through the door. We've been boarded.
That's fine. uh, no, seriously, what happened?
We've been boarded.
Can I get a
yes.
can I get a investigation roll from Ash since he is the one with the spyglass? Actually, no, it would be perception. There should actually be perception versus investigation, given what it is.
I assume no advantage.
I'm sorry.
No advantage.
Yep. Oh no, a little bit.
Don't worry, I must say, don't worry, young one. This will be your first battle.
21. I'll be 21. Okay. Because you've blown a hole through the earth wall, so light's coming through. You notice you notice when the kind of the muffled stuff was happening, and then now the confirmation, and then it did not initially click through the subtleness of it. A portion of the shadows on the other side of the earth wall, for where the light was hitting things kind of off to the sides, suddenly shifted, as if there was no longer anything there to cast shadows.
Okay, that tracks. Okay.
So, to answer Kyoki's question, they were teleported aboard.
He'll turn to Dylan, like, okay, be careful with the fireballs. The ship is not fireproof.
And given the
Time, I imagine that that cliffhanger is where you end it.
yes, where you have a woo, the greatest of great swords, and a small gaggle of smaller giants on board the ship.
Awesome. Must say a great sword. Some for Ash to be able to use.
I mean, this is a giant-sized great sword.
Like I said, some for Ash to handle.
Handle, not used.
Well, actually, if it's large, you're medium,
I can
at
use it at
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
You can use
Use it at disadvantage.
Oh, shit!
Imagine the damage. So all we gotta do is just add add a motor to it.
It's like, unfortunately, D&D doesn't really have any longer artillery spells.
Aside from
Okay,
meteor swarm and shit.
except meteor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at that point, you're fucking bringing stuff down from space. So. Yeah, I think satellite weapon has all the range. Okay, I will definitely say this: your bombardment has certainly throws an obstacle to them. Given oh crap, our path has rocks on it. Oh crap, our path is blown away. And I wasn't sure if you guys are gonna slow them down and then make your way down the river to their destination, or if you were to do what you apparently were doing, I was just gonna try to bombard them into non-existence. At which point, this is their answer to you trying to bombard them into non-existence.
I believe that wasn't the goal.
Well, you said you kept firing, at them.
I was my first shot was to hit. Every shot after that was just,
I was like, because if you're shooting the earth wall, then you're shooting at where they are.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I thought we were just to take down the earth wall.
Well, they have the earth wall up there to defend against cannon fire. So the fact that you keep shooting it, it's like, oh crap, they're just going to bombard us until we're not here anymore. Or rather, fear from trolls and possibly whatever's in the carriage with more brain power is thinking, oh no, they're going to shoot everything. They're going to shoot everything forever. What's an armed ship doing here?
That's a good question. An even better question. What are trolls doing here?
That is a great question.
Since they're not going to answer that question, we're not going to answer theirs.